Alex here with another review. This time we're taking a look at the Dongar Dashcam Power Adapter. They claim that this tiny little thing makes installing a dashcam a lot easier. It installs in minutes and it eliminates having to run cables and complicated wiring all the way down to the fuse box of the car. And it supports many different dashcam brands, including dashcams with multiple cameras and also mirror dashcams. And we're gonna put that to the test. It is available for many different car makes and models, so I'll put a link in the description down below if you'd like to get one for yourself or if you want to check if it's available for your vehicle. And stay tuned till the end of the video for my bonus tip for those of you that are looking to monitor your car while parked. And the kit is actually quite simple. It includes the Dongar Power Adapter, power harness cable, and 2 cables to power dashcams, either with USB-C connector or with micro USB connector. And the adapter is gonna pull power from this area on the vehicle. So with the car off, I'm gonna remove this cover to get access to it. And here's where the Dongar is gonna be connected to. I'm gonna unplug this guy, then I can take the Dongar power cable and connect it into there. Then I can take the connector that I just unplugged and connect it back into the Dongar. Now I can close this up. First the bottom part, then I'm gonna take the top part and snap it back into its place. And finally the power cable goes to the Dongar until it bottoms out. Then I can take the back of this, peel this, and then I can apply this to the car, preferably somewhere close to the dash cam. And here's the first setup. This is the Sieve C200 dashcam, and I connected it to the Dongar with the included USB-C cable, and the dashcam turns on and records when the vehicle is on, and when the vehicle is off, the dashcam turns off to preserve your vehicle's battery. Now this is gonna be a good choice for those who only need a front camera and want something that is actually quite small. And I also tested the Dongar with a dual channel dashcam. Here's the 70mm AA10S, which has both a front and a rear camera and runs in 4K, and the adapter has more than enough power to handle it. This is currently my #1 dashcam that I recommend as far as bang for the buck. The image quality on this thing is super sharp. And the adapter can also handle 3-channel dashcams. This is the 70mm T800, which features a front camera at 4K, rear camera also running in 4K, and a cabin camera with night vision, so definitely it needs a lot more power to run, and the adapter is able to handle this. Now this is a beast of a dashcam. If you do not have a restriction on budget, this is gonna be the way to go, especially if you are a drive share driver. And I really wanted to push the adapter to its full potential, so I connected a 4-channel dashcam, and the adapter is able to handle that extra load. This is the iWay C4, which has a front camera, 2 side cameras featuring night vision, and also a rear camera. Just a tremendous amount of coverage. Now also what's pretty cool is that you could potentially move these things to point anywhere you want. If you don't mind the extra larger size, a larger footprint, this dashcam can give you a tremendous amount of coverage. And this is probably the ultimate test. I have connected my Pelsi P12 Pro Max mirror dashcam to the adapter, and the adapter is able to handle this. Now the reason why this test is important is that mirror dashcams are very power hungry, so they need a lot more power than regular dashcams because of their large screen. Now one thing that I do want to point out is I did have to use a right angle USB-C cable instead of the included cable to get the clearance. Depending on your vehicle, you may not need a right angle cable. It might give you the best look. In fact, this right angle cable is even lower profile than the rear camera right angle cable that's included with the Pelsi. Now that cable, the right angle, is available from Dongar. They do have that. And you could also just use a USB-C right angle cable like I did here if you wanted to run something very low profile like a mirror dashcam. What's also pretty interesting is that the Dongar adapter can also power radar detectors. Here is my Escort Redline 360C radar detector, and it uses an RJ11 connector, and Dongar does have an RJ11 cable to USB-C cable so it can power it. And also notice that there is a green light indicating that this is is now outputting 12 volts as opposed to like it was doing earlier 5 volts for dash cams, and it did that automatically when I plugged that cable in. Now if you have a Blackvue dash cam that uses 12 volts, it's gonna use this connector typically, which is the DC barrel. This cable is also available from Dongar. Either this RJ11 cable or this DC barrel cable will output 12 volts in case you want to power the radar detector or a Blackvue dash cam. Now let's also talk about park monitoring, because this adapter is going to turn off when your vehicle is off. That means that your dash cam is also going to turn off. Now this is great for those of you who are looking to protect your vehicle's battery and avoid being drained, but for those who want to keep the dash cam on and running for park monitoring, there are two ways of doing that. And the first way would be to use the Dongar Pro Adapter, which is the advanced version of the Dongar Classic adapter. This is a little bit larger and does cost a little bit more money, but it will let you keep the dash cam on running when the vehicle is off, so you can have park monitoring. And I have already reviewed this adapter and its advanced park monitoring features. If you want to see that video, I'll put a link to it in the description down below. The second way of doing it would be to use the standard Dongar Classic adapter along with the NextBase 622 GW dashcam. Now this dashcam actually has a tiny little built-in battery, and it charges when it's connected to the adapter, basically when the vehicle is running. So when you turn the car off, it can enter park mode and monitor your car using the dashcam's battery, and when you turn the car on again, it is gonna recharge again from the adapter. I have already reviewed this dashcam. If you wanna see this review, I'll link that video in the description down below. Now one thing I do wanna point out is that if your vehicle does not have a cover like mine, you could potentially still use the Dongar Power Adapter. The adapter pulls power from this general area of the vehicle. The actual function of where it pulls that power from varies from car to car. On some cars, it's gonna pull power from behind the mirror. On some other vehicles, it's gonna pull power from behind the cover, like on mine. And in some vehicles, it's gonna pull power from the sunroof or moonroof area of the vehicle, basically from the power button area. And in the rare case that your vehicle does not have power going to this general area of the vehicle and you would still like to add a USB-C port for power, Dongar does have a universal version of the adapter that can let you add a USB-C port for power pretty much anywhere on the vehicle. Link to that adapter in the description down below. And I'll also place links in the description down below to the Dongar adapter, the Pro version, and also to the optional RJ11 cable or the DC barrel cable for those of you who are looking to power Blackvue dash cams. So if you guys have any other questions regarding this adapter, please put that in the comments down below. If you found any part of this video helpful, make sure you hit the like button to support the channel, and stay tuned as I have a lot more dashcam reviews coming up. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, I'll see you on the next one.